Okay, this is to show you how to change customer points. You asked about it. Go to FastPath, PF3 key, type in points. This assumes that you already know the number of the customer point you want to change. In any event, when you get to this screen, you'll see a place for customer number. Type in the customer number for whose customer points you want to change. In this case, I'm going to use our demo account, which is account number 99996. So type in 99996. And if you know the number of the customer points, you can just type it in. In this case, I'm going to use customer point number 24. Type in 24, comes up with John Doe. And once you're here, you can change whatever information you need. You can go down, change the name should you choose. In this case, I'm just going to put the same name back in, but change the name. Change your street information should you choose. You can add a floor number or change the floor number if there's one already in there. City information. Basically, any screen you're in, you can update and change. There's also one additional screen down here that I'll show you. It's special instruction box, and I'll show you what it comes up. But if you had something that was always pertaining to this customer point, you can put it here. We'll say always go to back. You can just enter through the rest of this stuff. That's the basic. That's really all you'll have to worry about changing is address information for the most part. Don't worry about changing or updating anything else. Other than the pricing zone, you can always update that, which right now will be the last 3 digits of the zip code. And just enter through, you're out of it. The next time you go to enter an order, see John Doe comes up with the new information, and what we put in the special instruction box pops up over here. That's it in a nutshell. Pretty simple, pretty quick. Assuming you don't know the customer point, you can always do a couple of things. If you're entering an order, and you did your customer point lookup, if you'll notice over to the right, when you get this screen of all the potential points, it always gives you the point number here. So if you were putting in an order and go, oh, I need to change that at some point, you can just jot down the point number here and go change it using the process I just showed you. Also, when you're in the customer point field, just like any field in DataTrack, it's always searchable. So you can search by point number, or you can say you can search by number or name. So if you were doing John Doe, simply enter John Doe. You get all your list of potential points just like you always do. When you get the one you want, just select it and then back to your same point. Same process, you're just changing and updating, and then you can just enter through to save everything. That's in a nutshell. Also, if you wanted to run a customer point list, those are the locations you do it. FastPath, PTLSTNO will run it by number, or PTLSTNM runs it by name. And you can print it to screen. Since you don't have a printer, you can print it to screen. When you get to this location, you're working in Nashville, Company 99. Just punch in 99 enter through this, and it will give you a list of all the customer points in there, and you can just use your page up and page down keys to scroll through it. But basically, you see it will give you the point number, the name, the address, and if you arrow over, it'll give you all the additional information that you have there. And as I say, you can run that either by name or by point number. So if you did it by name, it looks like this. Print screen, 99. And basically gives you an alphabetized listing. Same thing, point number. That's the full name there. Your point numbers are here this time, and then you just arrow over for your additional information. And just as one additional thing, you may know, since you don't have a printer, you can always send something to an email and open it as an attachment in your email. So if you were going to print your list, when you get to here where it asks you P or S for printer or screen, select printer, put in information, then you get this box here and ask you where you want to print. This is our default printer at the office, the laser printer. That's the Oki Data Report printer, but you want to go down and select 98 email printer. When you get that, hit enter and you get your 2, and basically you just type in the email address you want to send it to. You have an option to go down and put in a subject. Memo if you chose, but you don't have to. Just enter through. You get down here, you have a couple of different options. You can send it to yourself as a PDF. Of course, now with PDF you can't make any changes, so if it's something you wanted to doctor or adjust, you can send it as rich text format, which is what I always send things in, just so if I have to do something or make any kind of changes, highlights or whatever, gives you a little more flexibility. But you just select RTF attachment, hit enter again, and it takes a few minutes typically to generate its report, depending on how long the report is. But basically, once it goes through this process, it'll send it to the email address you sent, and go to your email, open it up, you'll see the attachment, and there you'll have the report just like it was on a printer. So that's in a nutshell how you change customer points.